My friends, it's time to strap in your belts because I'm going to show you what is GoHighLevel Snapshots and how you can leverage it to your advantage. And you want to be watching it till the end because I'm going to share with you a secret GoHighLevel hack that the experts keep it to themselves to not only get more businesses, but to keep the existing businesses for longer. So what is snapshots? It's an image of complete business system inside GoHighLevel. Think of it as the summary of the business. Now let's talking more doing. So let me show you what it is by doing it with 1 or 2 items so that you can get the gist of it. So let's start with workflows. As you can see, there are no workflows made. Now, as you know, in GoHighLevel, there are 2 views. Agency view and sub-account views, which in sub-accounts is where all the businesses reside. Now remember, snapshots live in agency view, not sub-accounts. So right now we have to switch into agency accounts. And this is where you see all the sub-accounts that you can deploy a snapshot at any time to any account. Now, before we load snapshots, let's look at where they are by clicking on account snapshots. Now remember, there are 3 main types of snapshots. The first is vertical, which is basically snapshots pre-built for you by GoHighLevel for niche markets such as dentists, attorney, and so on. So say your client is a dentist, you can just load the snapshot. So you can load all the websites, templates, emails, forms, and so on built already for you to deploy so that you get your client's account ready before they even log in, which leaves me speechless. Now remember, it even gets better than that as you can create your own snapshots to apply it to sub-accounts. And you can create as many as you want without any limits. And lastly, you can get somebody to share a snapshot with you by you importing that snapshot, just like with a funnel. So to do that, you go to imported snapshots, and these are the snapshots that I've got from other people. Then your question is, how do I actually use snapshots to deploy to accounts? Well, there are 2 ways to use snapshots. First, you can choose a vertical so that you can create an account so that once they put their information, their account is preloaded. But remember, snapshots aren't just great for new clients, but even existing ones, because you can even update snapshots of existing clients. So you've created a new workflow and want to share it with a client or multiple. So how do you do that? So you go back to sub-accounts, click on the account you want to deploy it to, and click on actions and click on load snapshots. Here we have an option to choose what snapshot we want to deploy. So you can click on imported ones, templated ones, or the ones you own. So I'm just going to click on one of them. Now it's going to show you all the items in the snapshot before you hit on deploy, which you can always expand to know more about each of the items. And if you don't want an item, you can always click on skip. And once I click on proceed, it shows you whether or not you have a conflict. In here, I don't have a conflict, but in case you have a conflict, you can choose to override that snapshot with your new items, which is a beauty because GoHighLevel automatically detects whether or not you have a conflict and allows you to resolve it. And now, once we go back to our demo account, voila, it is created. And now, as you can see, the whole workflow, which can take centuries to build, is built within seconds. Remember, you can not only create new workflows, but you can also update existing ones for existing clients. Now, as you know, the cost to get businesses via paid advertisement is only getting higher and higher, and word of mouth is very limited. So the best way to get new clients for your GoHighLevel is by emailing them, as it's free and effective. But now if you're gonna write a perfect email, then you might as well forget about it because it's gonna go to spam sooner than you hit send. Now, if you're gonna stop here and go back to sending emails, then you might as well forget about sending because more likely than not, they're gonna go to spam. Why? Because your email is as cold as a frozen pizza. No one wants it. So you have to warm it up by getting people to talk to you and you replying to them automatically by using warm-up services. And if before this was a nice to have, now it's a must-have thanks to Google's 0.3% policy. Meaning that if only 3 out of 1,000 mark you spam, then your email address is dead. And if that happens, that is the end of your business because not only you lose your email domain, but also your ranking on Google. Unless you're using a warm-up service so that the moment it detects that you're surpassing the 0.3% ratio, it adds hundreds or however much emails to your email list contacts and gets them to talk back to you back and forth so that you end up never breaking the strict policy and you always dodge it to the inbox. Now to do that, you gotta go to automatedemailwarmup.com, enter your email address and hit go. And if you have any non-technical or technical questions about GoHighLevel, then you want to hit the subscribe button so that we get notified to send you an email asking you about your questions so that we can answer it for you. And next week, this time, I'm going to show how I doubled my GoHighLevel business that the experts don't want you to know. So if you don't want to miss on it, then smash the subscribe button.